So I'm not sure what's happening here, but I wasn't talking. I'm making the pie crust for my chicken pot pie. I was craving chicken pot pie, so this is what we're in the kitchen making. I was actually cutting the grated butter into the flour, salt, little pinch of sugar, etc., getting that going. And then after that, I add a little bit of vinegar and some sourdough starter. So I'm making sourdough pie crust. Gonna add in a cup of sourdough discard. We're making a sourdough pie crust for chicken pot pie that we're making for dinner. We're making a sourdough discard pie crust. So this is a mix of my regular discard and the whole wheat I started out with discard mixed together. So the crust has got a little bit of whole wheat in it too. We're gonna flatten this out into 2 discs and put it in the refrigerator for 2 hours so it can chill before we roll it out for our chicken pot pie. First disc, we're gonna roll it out a little bit so our edges can be remotely smooth. This is probably not gonna be round anyway, so this probably don't matter much for me because I'm doing chicken pot pie, not a crust pot pie. I mean, not a round container pie. Trying to get all the rest of my dough goodies out of the bowl. It's not one now. And there we go. Make one more disc and then we'll put it in the fridge. Let it chill for 2 hours. So back to the pot pie. That's a big piece. We're gonna put the vegetables. It's funny here how the potatoes don't turn brown. I've noticed they don't oxidize like they did in the States. Like, you know, when we peel potatoes back home, we had to immediately put them in water and they turn brown and disgusting looking. They don't do that here, which is strange to me. These have been out all night because I peeled them yesterday and they just as white as they were when I first started. So I'm excited about that. I don't want to get the little baby celery here. Celery here is smaller. I don't know if I said that before, but it's tiny. So these are like the stalks part. See how small they are? Teeny. And you use all the leaves, so I don't want to cook those. I'm going to cook them just when I put them in the pie. But this stuff I'm going to pre-cook a little bit. Come back in the next steps. Adding in butter and flour to make the roux. Sauce, but we'll begin the sauce. We'll let that cook to get the flour taste out. And yeah, I'm sauteing my vegetables ahead of time so the potatoes can get a head start so I don't have to bake it forever. I have the oven preheated so I can pre-bake my crust a little bit as well. Cook around for a little bit. Put a little chicken bouillon packet, a little bit of the chicken bouillon packet here. And now we're going to add in water. Kettle top won't stay closed anymore, so I gotta Negro rig it. But that's okay. As long as it stays hot, it still does that like this. finagle the top with my scissors to make it stay closed. It's the quality of stuff that we get in Ghana, guys. The quality of things. I think they send all the reject stuff to Africa. Well, this part of Africa at least. So I added some paprika, basil, oregano, thyme. And I told you already I put a little bit of a chicken packet in there. Okay, so I added everything else in. I added the water, I added the chicken that I roasted in the air fryer yesterday, the celery, the onions, the peas, so everything. And then I added a little bit of heavy cream to give it the thickness it needed. So I turned it off now and I'm just letting it sit and cool off a little bit. And I'm gonna roll out one of my doughs and pre-bake it a little bit so that it doesn't get soggy when I put it in. So I got my disc of dough out of the fridge, and I'm just gonna kind of press it out as hard, so we can have to go just a little bit. We want it to be hard, but we don't want it to be super hard. Do that out in the plastic, now I'm gonna bring it out. The yellow butter in there. You know it's gonna come out nice. A little ghetto mustard. I'm not doing circles, so I'm doing it in a rectangle pan, so we're gonna try to make it rectangular. I'm gonna press that out some more and I'll be back. And it's bottom crust, so we're not really trying to make it pretty. So, I'm gonna roll it up. There. Unroll it. Like I said, I don't really care what it looks like because this is the bottom first, so I'm not being this particular as I would be about the top. But once we get it in, we're going to press it around like so. We won't press all the way around. We got it in the pan. About as good as it's gonna be in the pan. And now I'm gonna blind bake it a little bit. I'm gonna poke some holes so it doesn't puff up too much. And I'm gonna put it in the oven and bake it for a few minutes. Now before my blind bake finishes, I I'm gonna go and brush this with a little bit of egg wash to kind of seal it off. That'll help seal the crust so the pot pie won't just juice through it and make it soggy. You still want it to be crusty, not really gummy. So this should help with that. Just a little egg wash bath, and it will save the rest of the top crust. Crust has a little whole wheat look to it almost, because that starter that I used in it had whole wheat flour from when I started originally. So we'll put this back in and let it bake for a few more minutes, and then we'll add the filling, which is here and it's ready to go in. And this is the top crust that'll be ready to go on, and I'll bring you guys back to show you what it looks like when I put it together. Now that the crust is baked off quite a bit, we're going to add our filling in. Don't nobody want no dry pot pie, so it's kind of juicy. But I want some juice to be left when it's done. That's how we're doing it. Even distribution. By the way, my nemesis ECG is playing with my emotions again because the power went out as soon as I turned the camera off. So I'm gonna be slick, and I'm just gonna flip that over on top. Fall as it may, so I don't have to fight with it. Don't be breaking. Come on now. We did this part. No holes. No holes. No holes. Okay. And we want all our yummy crust. So we're gonna take it and we're gonna poke it around like such. Oh, it's not for beauty. This is for taste. Taste. Can't promise you it's beautiful, but I don't care about that. I don't cut off my crust. I don't know about you, but just want to take it off of pot pie, anything of that sort is that yummy crispy crust that comes about when you bake it. So we're going to put a few little flour holes in the top. Give this thing some area to breathe. Brush a little egg wash and back into the oven. It goes for about 40 minutes or so. So we're gonna brush it really quick. Those been soft and just sitting on top of this hot pie. Not that I need to brush it very much. Into the oven it goes. So, friends and family and visitors, after 45 minutes in the oven, this golden brown deliciousness is the end result of my homemade chicken pot pie. Hope you enjoyed my little tutorial, and I will see you guys in the next video. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I will come back later to show you guys what it looks like when I crack into it. It just came out, so I'm letting it cool a little bit. And I'm about to go in the oven in a few minutes with my sourdough croissant dough. So I'll come back with that for you guys too. Stay tuned. So here's the end result, guys. Take a bite with me. Sorry, take a bite with me. Never had sourdough pie crust before, but I would do it again. It's so good. Thanks for watching, guys.